Hello everyone, it's Old Guardian here. The Heroic Tavern Brawl is here again. It started yesterday. I already made video earlier telling you about the odds that you face when you go to Heroic Tavern Brawl and you pay 1000 gold and, well, what are the actual odds that you will hit it big, and those odds are not very good. But Blizzard described this as a fan favorite, so how fan favorite is this? What has been the community reaction now that it is live? Let's take a look at how the community feels about this. First of all, there's a bunch of Reddit posts about, hey, I got 12 wins in the Heroic Brawl, look at all the stuff I got. Yeah, for 1000 gold, getting 1000 gold back, getting some dust, getting 50 packs, getting golden legendaries, that is pretty sweet. But that is not a very common experience because less than 2% of all the runs will end with that 12 wins. So yeah, you're going to have to be really good, and you also have to try multiple times, most likely, to be able to actually get there. But what about the other players? Then there is this approach. Beware, 7 wins won't win you your gold back in the Tavern Brawl, not even close. And, well, people were immediately commenting, hey, 7 wins. You got 8 packs, 270 gold, 275 dust, so that's like 1400 gold worth. So, and you got that for 1000 gold, so you're actually winning big. But, of course, this complaint comes from a different approach. And where this comes from is from people who play Arena. Because in the Arena format, if you can do 7 wins reliably in Arena, and it's just the exact same format as Heroic Tavern Brawl, 7 wins means that you go infinite, which means that you can get enough gold from the reward that you can just buy another entry. So, infinite. And this definitely is not infinite. You can easily argue that, hey, this is worth more than 1000 gold, but 7 wins 270 gold. Yep, you're not going infinite with this Heroic Tavern Brawl. The Heroic Tavern Brawl base structure is considerably worse than in Arena. Not to mention what is going to be a very common experience. Here is an experience that can be shared by 50% of people who go to Heroic Tavern Brawl, trying to find those 3 wins to get the skin and falling short. On a screenshot of Heroic Tavern Brawl, 2 wins, 3 losses. Ouch. Not to mention feedback like this one. This was actually pretty interesting. Not all of it, but there was especially one point about this Reddit post that really somehow touched my emotions. I want this greedy Heroic Brawl promotion to backfire, so I quit. Genuinely, I quit. All because Blizzard wants an additional 1000 gold from myself and others for the DK portrait after already spending 1000. Okay, then went 2-3 in the brawl, got incredibly unlucky. Okay, that's pretty basic stuff, and I mean, lots of people will get incredibly unlucky. The story, not that it's just something that you often hear about Hearthstone, doesn't mean that it cannot also be completely true. But then this point. I honestly wouldn't care that I had to spend another 1000 gold to get the DK portrait, except when I was 0-2, I played against a paladin that only used free or core cards. I was actually considering conceding to give him a win until I realized it wouldn't matter because they'd never get 2 more wins with the deck. If that was me when I started playing, I probably would not have continued playing Hearthstone. Ouch. Just ouch. I don't say this lightly. Blizzard, your marketing monetization staff needs reevaluation because once this minor fear of missing out of a portrait and upcoming mini set has come and gone, it'll be much easier for me to not pre-order the expansion either. So that's the kind of feeling. This is like why I'm trying to advise people not to go to Heroic Tavern Brawl. Feelings of this player, the feelings of that poor paladin player who used free or core cards. Like, it's just painful that Blizzard wants people to join that when all reason says that please don't. And now they're putting in that portrait, which is a pretty big draw, the first female Death Knight portrait ever in the game. It's just, yeah. It hurts me that it's placed in competition like this one, where the deck is basically stacked against you. I can understand why Blizzard does this. Blizzard does this because they want to drain gold from the system. I mean, they have people who are just doing calculations and doing like, okay, we need to drain gold from the system so that we can get players to spend more. How do we drain gold from the system? And this is one very effective way to do that. I'm hesitant to call it a scam, because in some ways it's not really a scam. I mean, you can find out what it's like, but that information on how likely you are to actually succeed is not easy to come by. The more casual you are, the less you follow Hearthstone news, the less you follow Reddit, YouTube, all the third-party news about Hearthstone the game, the more likely you are to just, hey, I'm going to get there and win big, without realizing how bad it is. And the more informed you are, the less likely you are to go into that, unless you're like really super prepared with a top tier deck, everything set and done ready. So is this a fan favorite? It probably is not a hardcore fan favorite. Because on Twitter, this happened on Twitter yesterday, when Hearthstone's poll, are you planning to play Heroic Tavern Brawl? Yes, 16%. No, 70%. Undecided 12%. I'm of course firmly in the no camp, because I'm not a gambler. I'm an educator, not a gambler. And yeah, but of course, people who are answering this poll, they are already, they're like on Twitter. They follow Hearthstone news on Twitter, like, and there's like 24 hours to vote. So they are probably following those pretty actively, or they just happen to stumble upon this. But anyway, this is like the more dedicated players. The more casual players might be more willing to join if they just don't know the risks. But yeah, this fan favorite stuff, I would say that it doesn't look like Heroic Tavern Brawl is a big fan favorite. And it is borderline scummy. I can understand why Blizzard does that. I understand that they want to drain gold from the system before the release of the miniset. They always have a Heroic Tavern Brawl before the miniset. But still, as a content creator who works with this game, then it's just always painful for me to see Heroic Tavern Brawl come, even though I understand why it's there. But I just don't think Blizzard has to do that. I think they could do better. They could be more honest. They could be more player friendly. And Heroic Tavern Brawl just isn't all that. So yeah, just don't play it, please. Thank you for watching. Click like and subscribe if you enjoyed this, and a special thanks to all of my Patreon supporters, YouTube members and Twitch subscribers who make all of these videos possible.